So let me just have a look at your profile quickly. So when did you guys arrive? 2019?
No, so we started the process in 2018.
Okay.
And then the whole documentation process started, and we ended up only coming up because of COVID about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
What?
In April.
It's 3-4 year process.
Yeah. So the process went quick. It's just because, so we were supposed to have started in March 2020.
Yeah.
March 2020. And
We literally signed our contracts, booked our flights, and about to leave, and then you get COVID happening.
and a week before we can leave, we resigned from work, everything. And
Oh, yes. So was after COVID, I guess, like when they decided to pick everything back up again, did you have to redo anything? I know, like police clearances, was that difficult?
So we had to basically redo the entire process again. The police clearance, get the documents notarized at DERCO.
And get new photos, and literally complete all the documents
Everything
again.
Everything.
Change, and you know how it goes.
So we had to do everything again.
Did it take long? Because the problem that we have right now is that, you know, in South Africa, police clearances are just taking forever. Did you guys use a company, or how did that work for you?
So we went directly to the police station and did our police clearance.
We actually applied for it, and then they guided us. So we paid the same day, and within like a month or two, we received it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
The process that took long was the DERCO process, because they weren't allowing us to now go into DERCO. You had to post it, and then they would send you a letter when it's done, and then you could make an appointment and then go and pick it out.
Oh, that's always very like stressful to post something.
There was a backlog when we actually sent it.
Yes, sure.
It took 3 months for
Okay.
them to actually, from start to finish, it took 3 months.
Okay. And did you sign your job contracts before or after you got your...
Signed it beforehand.
Before, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and luckily, XploreAsia went through it in detail. So any questions we had, we actually got to ask them, and then they helped us. So we're actually grateful that we could sign it beforehand.
And then when you got your document back from DERCO, did you book your flight? How long after that did you leave?
So what happened was, after we got our documents back, we had to post the documents through to XploreAsia. And then within a week, we got interviews, and about 2 weeks after that, we got the job.
Oh, cool.
And then
that's very quick after waiting for 4 years.
So it was quick. Once we got the document, sent it through, we got a placement, signed the contract, and then we got a starting date. So what held us back a bit was our current jobs in SA.
Yes.
We needed to serve a 2 months notice.
Because we're both in the finance field.
Yeah.
So you can't just leave suddenly.
So that day was the delay. Or we would have actually started a lot sooner.
Are these the same jobs that you had before COVID?
No.
Okay, so you started new ones because you didn't know when you were going to leave.
Oh, we had to buy furniture again, get a new car again.
Yeah.
So we had to.
So you flew from South Africa to Seoul, I assume. No quarantine, just a negative test, vaccines.
So we were fortunate enough because when we flew, that week is when they did away with quarantine.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know, we were so
had we came a week earlier, we would have had to quarantine.
Yes. Yeah.
So we were fortunate there.
Like back in SA, we only had to do the PCR test.
Yes.
48 hours before the flight.
And
if that's negative, then we could have boarded.
Yes.
When you got your job contracts, are you guys teaching at the same school or nearby schools?
So we
actually asked to be in the same school.
So XploreAsia gave us the option of either teaching in separate schools or teaching at the same school. We chose to teach at the same school because we said it will be a lot easier if you're at the same school when we, for our first year being here.
Yes, yeah. Okay, and then did the school supply you guys with an apartment as well, or did you have to find one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they provided an apartment for us.
Okay. Is the apartment big enough? I know that's always a big difference for people coming from South Africa to Asia. Is it big enough?
It's huge.
So,
we're actually posting a video at the moment, like apartment, and the cover space, like wow, we're impressed. We're impressed.
And how far is the apartment from your job?
So walking distance, it's about 2 k's.
Okay.
But it's a nice walk. It's quite a scenic walk.
Yeah, it's like about 30 minutes to 40 minutes.
Okay.
But we so.
And a taxi, it's about 7 minutes.
Okay. All right. Do you guys walk? Yeah.
Sometimes we take the bus, sometimes we take the taxi.
Okay.
So public transport, fortunately, is quite good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you meet anybody else when you arrived in Seoul?
So when we actually got to Seoul, we were the only ones that they started that week.
Wow.
So it was the two of us, and the entire time finding out where we needed to go, what we needed to do. And the issue was we were supposed to take a bus from the Incheon airport to the train station.
Yeah, the Seoul station.
But the buses stopped, how can you say it, weren't running because of COVID.
Yes.
So we needed to now figure out another way. But thankfully we met some random person at the airport.
Yes.
And she was really friendly.
Yeah.
She helped us with our tickets, and it was very smooth from there because we did not know anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she took us actually to the train station. She told us what ticket to get. She came with us on the train.
Wow.
We went to Seoul, and then she came with us. We bought an ITX, the train ticket to Changwon, and then we jumped on the train, and then we came through. And we weren't sure which stop to take. And then we met some random person.
Another person.
Another person. And that person actually helped us carry our luggage. And they took us for the taxis. And then the taxis, we did not want to take us because we had 3 23-kilo bags and 2 7 kilos. So we had too many luggage, too much of luggage.
And this was after 12. So in Korea, there's not much taxis after 12. So we had challenge.
So this guy, I'm not sure who he knew, but he managed to get us a van. He came with us.
I know.
He came with us.
This does not happen in South Africa. This does not happen.
And then he helped us with our luggage, and then he left.
They're quite friendly. Like Korean
helpful.
society, they're so
Very
helpful, friendly. They're willing to help no matter what. Yeah.
I think that's what people are also scared about is the language barrier. But you can get through so much just by like being friendly, by asking questions. People are very put off by, I don't know any Korean, or I don't know any Thai or Japanese, but if you just speak slowly and ask and explain a few times, I think local people are very happy, like very excited to help.
The thing is, they're always willing to try their best. So even if they're not sure what you're saying, they try and figure out, as long as they use expressions, they try to pick up what you're saying. And fortunately, XploreAsia did tell us about apps that we can download to the translator apps.
Yes.
So yeah, we've been using that, and that's helping
that's
us.
been a lifesaver.
2 more questions. First one is, did it take, the one concern a lot of people have is how much it obviously costs initially, like to go through the process, and then your first month could be quite tight before your first paycheck. But because your apartment is taken care of, I think it's slightly easier. How did you guys feel like financially? Was it difficult? Like, did you just eat noodles for the first month? What was it like for you?
So Fortunately, XploreAsia prepped us while we were still back in SA on roughly how much we would need.
Yeah.
So
because they gave us like a budget breakdown of what to bring and the amount that we should.
So when we first came up, excluding the fees that we had to pay to XploreAsia, I think for both of us and eating properly, like not noodles, eating out, eating proper food, I think 15,000 was a lot. It was sufficient enough. And
15 each or 15 together?
No, 15 together.
Okay.
And another thing was, that's including like medicals that you need to do, and there's transportation. There's a couple other stuff that you need to do, like your visa. You need to pay for your visa run and things like that. So 15,000 was more than enough.
Okay. Another thing that you might have seen in Kuselo's video is, how did you guys make sure we were real? That's the one question that I always ask. Was your family not concerned? Because I often have to just like support people and talk them through it.
So I found out about XploreAsia through a friend of mine. She actually used XploreAsia and she taught in Thailand.
Okay.
So we were quite close. So I kept in contact with her. We spoke and she told me how the process was and how smooth it went, and that XploreAsia was always guiding her and
following up
helping
with her
her,
and helping her with any issue she had. So we're like, okay, let's research.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes.
Let's research it, and we went on the website. The website's really user friendly.
Yes.
So we were actually looking at Thailand, Vietnam, South Korea, but South Korea actually stood out most for us because I mean the benefits and what you were offering, and for our first time, I think we should like give it a try.
Yeah.
And we inquired
and we did a lot of research. Like we read reviews,
that's good.
We did research online. We watched YouTube videos, reviews on the YouTube videos. We watched videos of other teachers. And then we inquired, and then it's been smooth sailing ever since we inquired. We've never had issues. Like I'm saying, we started the process in 2018.
Yes.
Even though we never came up and taught till a month ago, XploreAsia still kept in contact with us every single month. Sometimes every 2 weeks we get an email. How are you doing? Are you okay?
Like the support is just brilliant.
I think, and that's what stood out the most, is because especially when you're relocating, you need that support and that guidance.
And we've been getting it, like, for sure.
That's good. Yeah. Have you had to reach out the last 2 months, or has your school been quite good? Have you had any big issues?
So again, from the time we started, XploreAsia kept emailing us, like not in a bad way, but
just to check how you're
doing. If we need anything, if we're happy, if we're not happy, if we have any questions. So again, till today, they're still emailing us and speaking to us. And so that's the thing. Support is something that I guess gives you that peace of mind.
Yes.